everyone, and welcome. And we got a special game for you tonight. This one part of the NBA Cup. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And how about we check the numbers for Keontae George?
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Nicholas Claxton. George is out there at Frazier. Then there's Peyton Watson. And it's Filipowski in at the 4-man position. And for the Rockets, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Thompson is out there with Shepard. And it's Green in at the small forward. Well, it's still early in the season, Greg, but we're getting an idea about which direction teams are headed in.
Here we go. So true, but so much can change between now and the end of the schedule. So the most important thing at this stage, building momentum heading towards midseason.
And you know, with MP, he doesn't hide the fact that he's out to inflict maximum damage at the offensive end of the floor.
And that's exactly what he's been doing. He's as motivated as a player can be. And this is the kind of impact that not many guys are capable of having. The energy and effort he's playing with isn't easy to maintain, but if anybody can keep it up, it's MP.
And time now to go courtside with Allie LaForce for a report on MP.
Well, I spoke to MP before the game. He told me he was very aware of the defensive challenge in front of him, but feels like these are the types of games that bring out the best in him, saying he's focused on turning in a dominant scoring performance. Guys, he sounded confident.
And when he's dominant, watch out. He's going right at him. That's his mentality. Hey, thanks. Here's Shepard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Lethal from deep. Shepard will hurt you from there.
Here's Claxton. Good. Great play set up by Frazier.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's MP. Last game out, he had 40 points. Şengün passes to MP. Second shot opportunity. That one doesn't drop. Good defense by Claxton. George finds Watson. Great D that time from Green. Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Well, terrific timing and placement with the bounce pass there.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Frazier outside. Watson with it. It's stolen by Green. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Now Shepard. And it's Green with the jam.
When MP is young enough, you know he's always going to finish that play off with a dunk.
Pass to Watson. The kick out to Frazier. Claxton sets the screen for George. And Watson has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A baseline J. The Jazz with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
MP's shot is good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Jazz trail by 8. George looking over the floor. Down low. And Watson with the basket on the assist by George. Watson's got his second basket of the night.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And Thompson throws it down.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Now, here's Watson. Back to George. A floater. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets on offense. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And the dunk by Smith.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And Claxton throws it down.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Williams. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Now, here's Milton. Tight defense on him. Here's MP. Rebound, Utah. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bounce pass Markkanen. Just 3 to shoot. There's the 3. No good. Shot missing. Green taking his time here. Unable to get that one. And so it's Houston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Lowry Markkanen. So Williams out there. Hampton out there with Collier. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Lakers was a man on a mission. He contributed 40 points and was aggressive on the glass, grabbing 8 rebounds. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Joe Good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Williams can't hit. Houston leading by 5. Milton finds Joe. Houston moving it around. Milton looking around. Floats it up for MP. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Just about halfway through group play. Here are the NBA Cup standings.
This competition has been really fun to watch. Some great games thus far. It feels like every year the NBA Cup just gets better.
Hampton's checked in for Utah. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 6 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Green, the pass to Joe. Green, the screen. Inside. Sohan with the screen. 16 feet away. Rebounded by Hampton.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Pass to Collier. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Rockets, number one.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Green with a screen on Frazier. It's stolen by Watson. And now Utah, fast break. Outside, George. Over Joe. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
Well, he was using that big frame. Markkanen can pile up offensive rebounds.
Here's Joe, defended by George. Crosses over. Sohan inside. He's guarded by Markkanen. A nice shot by Sohan. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Outside, Markkanen. To the inside. Here's Watson. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Sohan missing.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
I'll stand there's a lot to like about the versatile game of Jeremy Sohan.
Well, look, Kevin, Jeremy Sohan is a guy that everybody's going to want. Jeremy Sohan can fit in anywhere. He's a great defender. He's got great toughness. He rebounds the ball, and he can pass and handle for a big guy. Who wouldn't want Jeremy Sohan?
Now Watson following the three-point attempt by MP. Watson kicks to Markkanen. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Looking to get back on track here. MP, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
It's intercepted. Sohan with the ball. Now defended by Markkanen. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Shepard comes in for Isaiah Joe. Filipowski, he's checked in for the Jazz. That free throw missing. So Stan, just for old time's sake, do you think the league should bring back the hand check? Do you miss it?
Well, look, Kevin, I think what the league's done with allowing freedom of movement has made this game a lot better than it was. I think the key, as it is in most things, is finding the balance where we're giving the defense a chance, not calling cheap fouls, but also not letting them just physically overpower each other.
Green with a screen on George. Outside, Green. And it's Utah with the rebound. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the paint, got a piece of it.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Shepard, the pass to MP. And Green slams it in.
Well, that's on the defense there. When you give MP this kind of positioning inside, he's going to slam it.
Filipowski passes to Frazier. Off target with his 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Personal foul. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Paolo Banchero. and the Orlando Magic. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings.
You know, most teams might get worried at a long road schedule like this one, but they've been so good away from home. I think they might be looking forward to it. You have to respect what this team can do when they're in your building.
Now, here's Thompson. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Frazier with it. He's covered by Thompson. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Green. It's deflected. Now here's Frazier. Over Thompson. The Jazz again can't hit it. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Houston on top. They're up by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everybody. A fun-filled evening underway, and before we talk about the first half of this game, let's see those power rankings.
You know, for the Rockets, they're making an early statement. We're the team to beat. I know the season's a marathon, but at this point, I don't know how you pick against them.
Agreed. And we now take a look at the Houston Rockets and the close first half they've played.
They're riding the wave of enthusiasm in this arena.
Yeah, getting that boost of adrenaline. They're giving this crowd a show and trying to bring home the W. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Rockets leading by 3. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Thompson is out there with Shepard. And it's MP in at the 3. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Now, here's George, following the miss by Jabari Smith. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Jazz trail by 3. Frazier outside. Over to the wing. Utah moving it around. 4 on the clock. A nice shot by George. George has got 5.
Didn't even really hurry up there. George stayed within himself and got it up quick.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Amin Thompson, one of the most spectacular athletes in basketball. Coach Ime Udoka said he's so fast and explosive that he has the versatility to attack any matchup. Put a big body on him, he still has his advantages. We can put him anywhere in action, and he can get downhill. Back to you.
What an athlete. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
And that's how you execute in the open floor. Great job by MP to get to his spot.
Here's Filipowski. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here's Green. MP gets the job done inside.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Watson. Here's Filipowski. Now Frazier. No one near him. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And it's Green, missing.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
George, that's a two-pointer. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Reed Shepherd.
Well, you talk about a young player making strides with his game. How about Keontae George improving across the board and getting more assertive out there?
Houston in the lead. Green with a screen on George. Shepherd, the pass to Thompson. To the middle. MP outside. Shot clock at 6. Utah with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Another miss by Utah. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Claxton against Thompson. Back to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's George. 7 points in the game. Watson's shot is off.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Green, the pass to Smith. And Thompson kicks to Green. Smith outside. Houston needs to get a shot. Takes the 3. Here's Şengün. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And here's Watson. 6 points for him. From deep, George. Şengün with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for Utah. And here's Milton. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. We've got George. Markkanen is out there with Williams. Then it's Collier. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now, here's Milton. Over George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations. And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Here's Sohan. Sohan gets a screen from Green. Misses the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Williams. From deep, George. It's not going to go for him.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
MP kicks to Milton. Takes the 13-footer. Rebounded by the Jazz. the elbow. It's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Well, he's known primarily for his shooting, but don't be fooled. Markkanen is more than capable of finishing strong.
You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
MP, no good. Utah's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And Markkanen throws it down.
So good to see Markkanen using force on his finish.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Joe can't get it to go. Williams passes to Conley. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Off the run, and the layup. Good by Şengün. Şengün's got the game tied up here for Houston. Jazz have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Williams finds Claxton. Goes up the baseline. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Jazz shooting in this game 45%. Here's George. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Several teams changing it up here. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Shepard, the pass to Green. Oh, get up, MP! Woo!
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to Claxton. Now Frazier. Claxton, a screen on Thompson. Shot by Frazier, no good. Houston's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here is George. Frazier scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5. For 3. Green rips down the board.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Shepard with the ball. Green against Frazier. It's off target. Jazz trail by 4. Now Claxton.
Man, how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Rockets shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Green with a screen on George.
And Shepard is a solid decision maker. If there's an opening, he's going to take it.
And it's Frazier with the ball for Utah. There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. Buries the deep ball.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Şengün. Claxton with the rebound. And now Utah, fast break. That doesn't go. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Now Smith. And stolen by Watson. And here's the break. Now George. Here's Claxton. Poked away. It's stolen by Smith. And it's the Rockets on the break. MP. Thompson outside. Now Green. Another chance. Claxton with the rebound. And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Markkanen's checked in for Filipowski. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Doug Christie said to his team. The coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Just 5 to shoot. Now Markkanen to take the lead. And it misses. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball. Just milk those last seconds away.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
All eyes on MP.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Guys, what are their best options now?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
It's George on the wing. Throws one up. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Craig Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And we'll see you next time.